Hello everyone, it's your boy Leo the Float. As you can see, today is a relatively different video. So yeah, let me change the lights. So actually what happens to me, first thing first, I will want to actually introduce myself a little bit in here because probably you would just know the guy as Leo who do reaction videos, right? But I since that I didn't talk about who I am, who I am, especially in English. So yeah, I would love to introduce myself to give you a little bit of a context, and then later on you will get able to understand what I have been through. Okay, so my name is Leo, and I actually held a MA degree in English, or I would say to more specifically, phonetics and also linguistics. So that's what I started. And also, I am a high school part-time teacher. Okay, remember the word part-time. Okay, so yeah, so basically my job is teaching. My daytime job is teaching. So I'm an English teacher. I teach in not just in school but also in some of the tuition center, and because I'm part time, I'm basically a freelancer. Okay, so just like put it in that way. Okay, so you will get to know more. And I would talk about in this entire journey. Okay, after the graduation, it's like last year in around July I graduated, and so but at that period of time I failed one very important exam. That is an exam for teacher's license, and the teacher's license exam actually, like, you need to, if you want to pass that, it will not actually measuring your like teaching skills or like and so on and so forth. It's like because we are living in Asian cultures, right? So it's not actually calling upon your ability, it's actually calling upon your memorization, understanding of some theories. And I would say that's the most devastating thing that I have ever take, man. And but me personally, because I study English, I study philosophy, I study some of the psychological aspect, psychology. So I love that, but it would not actually be able to define a teacher. Okay, so you may probably feel me. So yeah, every period of time, that can be one of the excuse that I have for not passing that exam. And the other reason is because I was fighting with my thesis defense. If you have ever write a thesis, you will know that thesis is defense is a top notch, notorious, stressful thing in my life. And yeah, I finished that, but at the same time, on the other hand, I lost the exam. I didn't pass the exam. So for the entire so if I actually had got the license, I would be able to teach or like to have my intern in the school. Everything looks well, right? But that fail actually made me not able to do things in the following half a year. So what was I doing? I still teaching as a part time in the high school. So yeah, that at that period of time is still okay, but me personally, I start to feel some of the financial crisis, and the financial crisis can actually come from the debts, loans, and because I was not mature. Okay, I admit, I regret that. Okay, I was not mature, so I got some loans, I got some debts to pay, and So I need to find a way out. Okay, I need to find a way out. So in that half a year, I try to, rethink about my future, rethink about what I should do, and also the most important thing is that I need to take care of my disorders. And what are the disorders? As you can see from the title is called "Me and My Disorders," but the disorder is actually not physically but mentally. I was diagnosed as anxiety disorder when I was in the sophomore year. Junior year of my university, because I was like stressed out, everything, because like there are too many things going with me, going with my life, and even in the master years, a lot of my relatives, like for example my mother's side grandpa, my grandma, my the grands actually reached the gate. Okay, so I was there doing my thesis, but I need to, because we are living in Asia country, and we believe in Asia religions. So we were asked to be there. So I need to stop all the things that is around me. But I would say my grandpa and grandma were actually very grandpas and grandma were actually very nice to me, because they didn't choose the time to say goodbye. They didn't choose the busiest time of my life, of my thesis, and to say goodbye. But the precious is still there, man. And so I don't think my disorder just like get healed right after I finish my thesis, right? So that is what is happening. And in that half of the year, I need to think about my life. I need to think about where can I find the financial support? Where can I actually should I think of like other jobs? But I'm going to take the teacher's license exam next year. Was I at that period of time? I was not quite remember, but yeah, that's what I need to do. So no, at that period of time, I was like in the middle of nowhere. So I just went to seek for opportunities, and that one of the reason I started the reaction channel is also because of this. Okay, so if we shift the time, or if we jump to the time to this year, 2025, the very beginning, I actually got an offer from a tuition center, and that is where the nightmare starts. I don't know whether I can talk about this, but that's where the nightmare starts. Okay, so all right, and because in Taiwan or like in Asia countries, tuition center is the place that you send students there to do some makeups, or like to enhance their proficiency of English in listening and reading. Okay, listening and reading, because those are the things that can be scored, that can be easily recognized for scores, right? So I was there, and I think I found a place where it can actually suit me, but it wasn't totally not the case. Okay, so I was enrolled in January, but I received the message of recruiting students and also teaching demos in March. Okay, because due to the Lunar New Year, acceptable. Okay, acceptable. Due to the Lunar New Year and also the winter vacation, so I start to recruit students, do teaching demos in March. But here comes to a tricky thing. March, I start my teaching demo, and there are just like 2 to 3 students show up. And the second time I do the teaching demo was like, yeah, still, I don't know, because we need to have like some amounts of students to start a class. Otherwise, you will not be able to teach as the source of getting money. Okay, so you will not be able to teach for paying. And also, me as a part-time teacher at school, if I am not teaching the classes, I will have no money. Okay, so yeah, you can get to know why I say that this is all about the freelance thing, right? Freelance. And I keep on doing the teaching demo and also the recruitment, teaching demo recruitment. Although recruiting students is actually not my job, okay? And it's just like not until this June I get to start the very, very first class. And it sounds so weird. And probably it's because I am not used to this kind of I'm not so used to this kind of I would say phenomena, and also the businessmanship, right? So yeah, so I actually spent the other half a year to start one class. And after that, what I'm doing, I have my own class, and I actually have the other class. Well, I'm not going to talk about which place I'm actually in, but I mean, I get to teach in the other. Let me call it school from now on. Okay, the other school, and that actually enhance or like make my entire reputation, not reputation, makes my entire mental health go down drastically. How should I pronounce the word? Notoriously going down. Why? Because in Asia culture, okay, I will keep on mentioning Asia cultures right now. Why? If you get to see Stephen He's video, and you get to see that parents come with expectations onto their children. So, what are the, I would say, private school, a private tuition center would do is actually to think about the project, the Sean project. This is a very fast food project to the parents, right? But is that actually education? You can think about that. Is that actually education? Like, for example, if you take a 10 days online class and you got the certification, and you also got something like souvenirs and so on and so forth, will you call yourself that you actually learned that thing? I don't think so, right? So, I start slowly, but I got a little bit questioned. Even, and after 2 to 3 times of teaching, I got questions even more. It's because I think I'm there for teaching, but I just realized for tuition center, teaching is not the case. Projects, the outcomes are the priority. So the conflicts just came across my mind, and I couldn't help but to go to the clinic, go to the psychological clinics, go to my therapist, and to ask them to talk about what I have been through and what should I do. And I get to question myself about, am I being too ignorant, or am I being too arrogant? Am I being too, because I want to teach the students real things, okay? But which seems not to be allowed, accepted, it seems to be a sin, especially in tuition center. So I've become very anxious in these 3 weeks. So you get to see the post. That's the main reason. Probably you may just say that earlier, just to take it easy. It's actually not a big deal. Just do your own thing and that will be good. But me personally, remember, I don't like to talk about my disorders, especially mental disorders, as an excuse. But right now, I couldn't help myself to face it because it is actually affecting my jobs. So everything that is around me become a mess. And when things is not in my control, when my life is not in my control, when my beliefs conflicts to the society, I feel anxious. And the anxious is real. It can let you feel sleepless, or it can actually take you, it can let you dream of a lot of nightmares when you're sleeping, and it can actually let you have the bad dreams, and also it can actually come soon, or actually they can basically take out your soul. So yep, that's the reason why I was not able to do something in here. I know there are a lot of things to cover in this video, but yeah, that's basically what I have been through in this stage. Where I find a place to find my peace, I would say this channel is actually my peace. So I really want to make this channel a career because, as you can see, my channel is there as a reaction channel, but I would add my viewpoints. I would actually try to convey the educational and also the analytical perspectives for my viewers, because that's what I think I need to do. Because I'm also a perfectionist, so you can get to see me when I'm recording the entire when I'm recording the reaction channel. I always keep myself to do one take video, which means it allows no failure. So you can say that Leo just post edited, but I think if you're going to run a reaction channel, just perform. And what I think I can do the best, or I can do better, is to perform in front of you guys. So yeah, I would say, right now I'm actually in the dilemma of the society's perspective and also Asia culture's pressure, and also my personal belief. I think that the flame in me for teaching, for education, it's going to burn out someday. And I got a lot of maths recently, and I took a lot of maths recently. So but I think it's still okay, although you can. Okay, let me show you the very very obvious cue is that you can get to see my hands in here. When it's holding things, that's actually you won't be able to, right now it's better because I took the medicine. Like probably sometimes I will, like you can get to feel the handshake of doing the motion. Like, I sometimes I just cannot hold things well because my mind doesn't allow me to do so. Or like something that is actually happening in my mind is that I would feel like sometimes it's just like lightning, like hitting your brain, and you will feel dizzy or even black out for 1 to 2 seconds. Not just like 1 second, because that is also what we call a panic attack. Yep, this is what I have been through recently. But I'm trying to take myself back to where I should be. I know it's a long fight. It will be a long fight because how could you actually change a culture, especially in Asia cultures, especially in Taiwan? How could you change everything? I mean, we are in, although people would call us like Gen Z, although I'm part of like in Gen Alpha and Gen Z, but I would say Gen Zs, we do have a lot of things we do have a lot of thinking. We do have a lot of dreams that we want to pursue, but thanks to the society, we are not allowed to pursue our dream. So this is what I have been facing, and also all the philosophical debates happening in my head. It's my head feel restless, especially in recent days. So that's the reason why I went back to my therapist and say that probably I need to change some of my medicines because it's getting worse. So I would say that's basically what I want to say. So if you get to chances are that you might get to see this video and wonder if you're facing the same issue with me. Probably I can give you 3 points, okay, just like 3, and you can take it as a saying, or like probably this is something that I would also suggest to you. Like, first thing first, do not be afraid to seek for help. Why? Because I hesitated too long. I have been hesitating for too long. And right now, I just see that, oh my God, people are supporting me to do my thing. And I think it's about time for me to actually make it a business. So I wish I understand this earlier and put more efforts onto this earlier. Okay? And the second thing, when you got the disorder, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's because the society is too toxic right now. Not kidding. This is a real toxic place. So, how can you actually drag yourself out from the zone? Just like stay in your comfort zone and make it wider, bigger. I also learned this phrase from other people. Real people would not break through their comfort zone. They will create their comfort zone. Okay? So, So this is a second suggestion, or the second things that you can consider. And third thing, last but not least, although it sounds something like a cliche, but you are never ever truly alone. Also like this is a sentence that I learned from Knoxell. Probably you can find a way out, find an outlet to make everything. You need to find a place to talk about everything that you have. Okay, just like for me, I have this channel, I have these beautiful people, I have these amazing supporters. I would actually love to call them my friends. I have these amazing friends supporting me, and yeah, I'm more than appreciative about this. So yeah. So if you're well, I would say that's basically it for my video. Thank you for staying in here to listen to me speaking for like I would say nearly like half a hour, but I basically talk about everything I want to say, man. Well, it feels weird, and I also need to do some post editing for this video, because nobody will want to actually like listen to me. This is not a podcast, right? So this is about me recently. So yeah, the final notes that I want to give you guys is that first, I will find a way out. Okay, I will try to find a way out. But if you wanna support, if you wanna actually I'm hesitating to say that. If you want to support the channel, well, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, or probably join my membership. It will help a lot. It will help me a lot. Not kidding, really, because yeah, they can actually, guys can actually help me to grow this fan base, grow this. I will not say fan base, grow this community to be a bigger, and to let YouTube see that these people is doing his chores, man. So paying his due, okay, paying his due. All right. So yeah, these are the things that you can help me, but yeah, depends on you. Okay, depends on you. If you do not have if you are in a situation of not being able to support the channel, well, it's all okay. Okay, so because no matter what kind of support that you give me, there's other like leave a comment, or like other like join the membership. You're all my friends. Okay, you're all my friends. And also the second thing is, I hope that although I'm sounding like appealing to pity, but I do need your support to leave some comments down below. And it's not only to help this video to be seen, but I wanna see your comments. You can get to see I reply to basically every comments. Not for short, but basically every comments. So I will read through them, and I will give you some response. Last but not least, please stay healthy, probably I would not say stay positive, because right now we're facing too many things. The society is too toxic. So I would say stay safe. Okay, stay safe, stay true to who you are, and one day you will for sure find a way out. Okay, last but not least, thank you very much for watching me, and thank you very much for everyone who has been supporting me from the channel start till now. No matter what, which timeline that you get in, which time spots that you actually jump into my channel, you are all my friends. Okay, so thank you very much. We'll get to see each other in the next one. Thank you. Peace out.